Yeah, or is that at 30 seconds ahead? Mayor God says you can start late, but you can't start early. So there you go. All right, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the July 28th meeting of the Planning Commission for the City of Denison. Welcome all of you here with us this morning. And it's our tradition that we begin our meetings with an invocation and the Pledge of Allegiance. If you care to join with us this morning, I ask that you please stand with us at this time. Kurt?
Dear Almighty One, we just praise you for today, that we are here doing the city's business. I ask you to be with those on the board and the commission and give us discernment and wise judgment, and those on the planet bringing forward their desires, their dreams to make our city even better than it is today. But it's in your name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Would you please face the flag and say the Pledge of Allegiance with me? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you very much. A little housekeeping for you this morning. The Planning Commission is a recommending body, so with the exception of plats and site plans, which we do have the final decision on, all other cases will be sent to City Council for their final approval. And I believe these cases, except for one, will be on the next meeting, which will be August the 3rd. So that being said, we're going to move forward. When we get to the public hearing section, the case that you're here for will give you the opportunity to come to the lectern and speak. We'll impose a 3-minute limit this morning, Ms. Karen. And please give us your name and address for the record. And we're going to move forward. First order of business will be the consent agenda. To any errors, omissions, anything we want to pull off the consent agenda for individual consideration? All right, seeing none, I will entertain a motion.
Mr. Chairman, I move that we accept consent agenda as presented to include both the minutes and the case number 2026-65 PP.
Second.
Have a motion with a second. All in favor? Aye. Aye. Opposed? Okay. All right, we're going to move into public hearings. Item 5A, we will open that public hearing. Ms. Short. Is your microphone still?
My microphone is still broken, so I get to stand in front of you. Good morning. Thank you, Mr. Chair. The first item I have for you this morning is a request to rezone property located on 1417 from the agricultural district to the light industrial district, and this is case number 2026-59Z. I know this is way spaced out, but this is the aerial view of that subject property. That is Caterpillar to the west, just so you kind of have an idea of where this property is located. The applicant is requesting this rezone. I'm going to go back, I'm sorry. In order to expand their current operations, you can kind of see there's a warehouse underneath that blue arrow there. They are needing to construct a new warehouse to expand their storage operations, or to expand storage for their current operations. The current zoning of agriculture does not allow for an expansion. The use is not even allowed within the ag district, and so expanding it would just further the legal nonconformity that is there. So the rezone is necessary in order for them to expand. The reason why there is a warehouse on the property zoned ag is back in 2021. This property, and I think either the one directly to the north or the one north of that, pursued annexation after they had developed the property. And so at the time, I don't believe that the property owner, which is not present, or not the current property or the applicant for this case, did not want to pursue a rezone or a zoning to a light industrial or another zoning district, and so it just defaulted to ag. So that kind of put this applicant or the current property owner in a position where in order to expand, they have to rezone. The property staff, I will say that staff is supportive of the rezone request. It's pretty consistent with the other areas that have been developed on 1417 with Caterpillar, the warehouses to the north, you have the airport down to the south, although that's not in the city limits. But the future land use plan does not designate this area to be developed in a non-residential manner. It is actually designated as neighborhood along 1417. In looking at that future land use plan, I put in my staff report that It doesn't appear that 1417 or 691 were taken into account during the 2018 comprehensive plan for future development. And so good planning, good urban planning, you want to see more of a non-residential or a mixed-use type of development along your major thoroughfares. And given that 1417 has already been developed in this warehouse or light industrial manner, it's pretty consistent with the current uses. And so even though it doesn't comply with the future land use plan, staff is supportive of that that rezone request. And so with that, I'm present for any questions that you may have.
Didn't we already take some action maybe last year on the properties to the north? That warehouse strip,
I don't know, was it for a zoning or was it for a plat?
I think it might have been both. I think they plotted out the rest of those buildings, but I thought we rezoned it already.
I think so. I know that the properties further north,
Yeah.
those are zoned light industrial. And so it's possible that that was a part of a rezone request. But I know that at one point we had a preliminary plat for that. I don't know if it actually came to fruition here, though.
And this is directly across from Caterpillar, correct?
Correct, yes, sir.
Okay.
Kind of, it's the yellow outline, so yes, sir.
And then if the residential on the bottom of it, it would have to maintain its setbacks because it's neighboring, light industrial would be neighboring residential, right?
That and, well, that's outside the city limits.
That's outside of the
Yes,
city
sir.
limits, so it would not.
Correct. I think, I will say though, I don't know, there is a gap between the residential and the portion of the property that they are requesting to rezone.
Okay.
So there is a significant separation between the existing residential to the south.
And that's access to the rear, or is that a right of way?
Yeah, it's access to the remainder of the
Okay.
property. So even, and we'll take a look at that, they'll have to submit a plat and they'll have to submit a site plan to staff to be reviewed and approved prior to the building permit. As it is with all non-residential, it won't come before the commission because it's not within an overlay or a PD, but we would take a look at it, but there's a significant distance between, because of that gap.
That subdivision's been there since the 80s. Yeah, it's been there a long time. Okay. Any questions of staff?
All right, thank you.
Anyone here to speak on this request? I don't believe you said there was. The applicant's not here this morning? Okay. Oh, you're the applicant? Oh, okay. Do you guys want to address the commission, or do you have anything you want to add to it? Don't believe so. Okay, all right. All right. Anyone else here to speak on this request? All right, seeing none, I'll close the public hearing. I'll entertain a motion.
I move to recommend approval of changing the zoning of the subject property from agricultural district to light industrial.
I'll second.
Have a motion with a second. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right. We will move to item 5B. I'll open the public hearing. Ms. York.
Thank you. Good morning. Item 5B is a request for a conditional use permit to allow for the operations of the Rusty Chicken at the Rialto, which is a live music venue under the use of dance hall or nightclub. This property is located at 424 West Main Street. This is case number 2026-63 CUP. Just in case you don't know where the Rialto is or what it looks like, here's some pictures. So the applicant is requesting the conditional use permit for a live music venue. The applicant is leasing the structure located at 424 West Main, commonly recognized as the Rialto Theater, and is in the process of renovating the space to accommodate the operations of the Rusty Chicken. The proposed live music venue is consistent with the guidance for the downtown center found within the comprehensive plan. This is just a survey of the property. The request provides an opportunity for the adaptive reuse and continued preservations of one of downtown Denison's most recognizable structures, the Rialto. And the applicant has already received a COA or a certificate of appropriateness from the Historic Preservation Board and are working through the building permit process to begin renovations. The central area, or I should have said this at the beginning, this property is zoned central area and is located within the commercial historic overlay district. And the central area district does not establish a minimum off-street parking requirement, which you find in all of our other non-residential districts. Staff finds that the existing combination of on-street and public off-street parking in the surrounding area is adequate to accommodate the proposed use, so we're not requesting any additional parking measures be placed as a condition of this permit. Typically with our conditional use permits, we establish, specifically for bars, we establish hours of operation. And the applicant did present some hours of operation within their project narrative, and they're pretty typical of other entertainment venues along the downtown corridor, of which we have not established conditions on those conditional use permits. And so unless the commission feels otherwise, staff is not recommending that those hours be placed as conditional or as a condition on the conditional use permit. The downtown area is an entertainment district. It's meant to be vibrant. It's meant to draw in not only the community members, but also visitors. And that use fits that designation and fits that the intent behind that district. As I kind of alluded, the future land use plan designates the subject property as a downtown center. The use is consistent with the future land use plan and the comprehensive plan. Staff recommends approval of the request as it is with no conditions. And the applicant is here as well if you have any questions for them. I'm present also if you have questions for me.
Okay, any questions of staff?
I have one. I see that they're planning on removing the refrigeration panels. Are those the white panels you see above the marquee?
Yes, and Mr. Chakowski may be able to speak a little bit to that. They went through the Historic Preservation Board for that a couple
What's
weeks ago.
behind them?
Well,
Just windows?
There were windows behind.
I'm sure she'll talk about it when here, but it was quite a discussion with Historic Preservation. We're not sure what is there. They're not sure what is there
Surprise.
yet. So the intent is to take the refrigeration boards off there and then see. And then if required, they'll come back to the Historic Preservation Board.
The other question I have is, it's been a while since I looked at the Rialto from the backside. Usually when I'm over at Say When, I probably shouldn't be looking at anything at that point. However, it looks like some of the pointing on the bricks need to be redone. Am I right about that, or?
I honestly don't know. The applicant may be able to answer to some of that, and if that was needed, then they would need to go before the Historic Preservation Board, or maybe it's a staff approval that Donna can work with the applicant on.
I must say that I'm very happy to see someone going into that building. When I lived on Main Street with my wife, we used to go to that every week when the Guyman brothers were operating it. So I have a lot of memories there, so my thanks.
I'm sure they'll take a look at it. As part of their presentation, they are going to address, make ADA compliant the back end where the railing is falling apart and stuff like that.
All right, very good.
And
I think,
go ahead.
I think the original facade appears in Brian Hander's book on Main Street. And if I'm not mistaken, hold me to it, but I think there's windows behind it.
Yeah. I
Pretty
think
sure there are.
You
Yeah.
can see a hint of it from this one
Yeah,
side shot.
you can see the mantles above them, so
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure there were windows, that were put in there, but the expense of replacing and restoring was too great at that time.
Yeah.
Those
We really-
panels have been there for years.
Yeah, we're really excited that, this is, now speaking of the Historic Preservation Board, the marquee is not the original one, but they're gonna maintain that. And then there was a vertical blade sign that was down the middle that may or may not come back, but for right now, the historic of just this marquee and relooking at what's gonna do with the windows. And if that's required, they'll come back to the Historic Preservation Board.
Yeah.
Are the scenic panels that usually be hauled up into that tall portion of the building still there, or they've been removed?
Do you want, are y'all,
That's too
do you
bad.
want to ask the questions for the
I was saying,
applicant?
would
Do you
would
have
get
any?
the applicant up to jump in?
These are wonderful questions for
Last time I was in there,
HP.
the
but-
ropes were still there.
Are they?
Last time I was in there, that's been a long time.
I think we're good with this.
Yep,
Do y'all have any other questions related to the use?
no.
Okay. All right, thank you.
No. The applicant like to come forward this morning? Would y'all like to come, are you the applicants?
Yes.
Would you like to address us this morning, or do you have anything to add?
I mean, as long as you guys are good, we're just happy to be here.
Does the commission have any questions for the applicants?
No, I would just say that there's been no other scam that's been directed at you.
Not this week.
Okay, if you got any, okay, so does Commission doesn't have any questions for them, so is there anyone else here that wants to speak on behalf of this request? Either for or against? Okay, seeing none, I'll close the public hearing, and I will entertain a motion.
Mr. Chairman, I recommend approval of the proposed conditional use permit to allow for a live music venue under the use amusement commercial with or without alcohol sales indoors.
Hang on. Whoop, hold that thought.
That is an error.
Oh.
Do you mind approving it as a dance hall or nightclub, please?
I do not.
Thank you,
In that
sir.
case, Felicia and Karen, I would adjust my motion to read, recommend approval of the proposed conditional use permit to allow for live music in the dance hall or nightclub,
Thank you.
With or without alcohol sales.
with or without alcohol. Indoors.
All right,
Second it.
Thursday through Sunday.
There you go. No hours yet.
all right, I second.
We have a second. All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right. Okay. We are to item 5C. We'll open that public hearing. Ms. Short?
Thank you. This item 5C is a request for a conditional use permit to allow for a warehouse/office for property located at 3101 Woodlawn Boulevard. This is case number 2026-64 CUP. I'm going to go ahead and just kind of zoom through this. The applicant with Urban Ventures gave me a call yesterday around 4:30 in the afternoon asking that the Planning and Zoning Commission table this item. They're working through some items with the current property owner, and they're asking for a little bit more time to kind of iron all of those items out. I think they're specifically related to things that staff or the city need to see in order for this to be a successful redevelopment. So they're asking that the commission table the item to the August 11th Planning and Zoning Commission meeting. And staff is supportive of this.
Okay, so I need a motion to table this item until the August 11th meeting, please.
Make a motion that we table this item until the August 11th meeting.
Okay,
I'll second.
have a second. All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Okay. I think that's it. We are down to staff, no updates or anything? Okay. Thank you, staff. Good job. We appreciate that. Seeing no other business come before the commission this morning, I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
Move to adjourn?
Have a motion?
Second.
Have a second. All in favor, aye?
Aye.
We stand adjourned at 10:18